Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. Here we go. Back to frigid temperatures again. 18 degrees right now. I think this morning I had it was 15 and -9 when I sent Tim the screen grab. It's cold. Car is not happy about it again. So, in fact, I'm on the phone with Tim now, so he says good morning as well. All right, all gimbals are returned. And Tim had to run all the way down to Harrisburg, well, Mechanicsburg, to get a new TV, because, you know, Vizio is a crap brand and failed on him. Oh, but off to work. Supposed to only go up to like 29, and if the wind is blowing, I'm not doing a damn thing after work except maybe watching NASCAR at COTA. We'll see. If the wind's not blowing, 29 might not be too bad, but I do have an adventure spot I thought of. And you're busy this afternoon, right? Because I was actually thinking of doing the walk, that back road walk we did in Southside up this, incline. So I'll keep you posted. I get off it too. So that's the game plan. Tim and I went there before. Of course, that was when he had those shoes that he was sliding down the hill with. But now he's got Hokas, so he won't do sliding. So, all right. It's very light outside for the time of day. Of course, next weekend is daylight savings starts, at least for another year, till the government abolishes it if they once again try. So, it's pretty out, but cold. I'm still working on the audio here, but nonetheless. Okay, ISO is auto. Trying to make sure I'm not blasting. Doesn't look like I am. Alright, so what I'm trying to accomplish here is to see what 200 millimeters actually looks like. And here's the problem. When you're zooming in video, it does not read out where you are zoom-wise. So basically, I'm going to probably have to set it in camera and then hit record. Alright, so that should be 120. That should be the equivalent of what the iPhone gets. I really wish I had a subject to kind of look at here. Oh, we do have this Nest up here. So, I think I'm looking at it. The sun is blinding me right now. So let's put it out to 200 and see how close I get versus the iPhone. Then we'll get the iPhone out and test it as well. Unfortunately, my mic's connected to the iPhone. Alright, so now we are at 200 millimeters with the Sony RX10. I'm just trying to see what how much closer it gets me to subjects versus what the iPhone does. Because I'm still on the fence of the RX100 if 200 would be enough. But I mean, it would be mainly because I can't stick this in my pocket. With the iPhone, you can jump out 2 times, 5 times, which is supposed to be equivalent to 120. Now, I can see the iPhone screen way better than I can see the Sony screen. So right there is one thing, and I'm not wearing sunglasses or nothing. It is just that when you hit record with that thing in 4K 30, it just dims the screen so much. That looks just as close as the 200. Okay, we're going to go throw this in the editor and test it, but sorry for the wind. So another thing that the RX100 does not have is HLG. Does not have that on the RX10 Mark IV in the picture profiles. Some of this footage might be a little on the shakier side, and you won't be seeing me because I don't have any way of really turning this thing around. I don't even remember what way this screen... Does this thing flip up? No. Yeah, the RX100, you can't even use it as a vlogging camera. I think I have in the past. I mean, you could if I had a handle and stuff, but the problem is, so I just did that little test, and yes, it's a little bit closer, but the sun is just killing my shot. So I figured I'd take it out. I hear planes flying over. Hopefully a bird or something flies, and we can try to figure out pretty closely what 200 looks like. I mean, I can see it on the lens, and we'll go from there. Okay, so there is a plane out there right now. I can't see a damn thing on this stupid screen though. See, that's the other problem. The phones have such better screens. I'm trying to figure out where he's at. He's out there somewhere. With the iPhone, I'd be able to see him. So that's another downside, but I just set it at 200 to see where it gets me. And there was a bird flying over. That's what I really went to adjust it for, and then I saw the plane. I don't know where the damn bird went though. I don't even know if I'm aiming at the plane or not. I might be. Mr. Sun, you are blinding, dude. You're very, very obstinate right now. Bad time of day to test this. Very windy. I do have the mics connected. I have things in auto right now, so I'm not making the adjustments. The camera is. It makes it a little easier for me. And this is completely handheld. I don't have a strap. I have nothing on me. So this is just the active stabilization. No. Is it active? It doesn't have like the best stabilization when recording in 4K 30. I think 1080 you might be able to, but not in 4K. Of course not. So this is the only way I can figure out how to see if 200 millimeters is worth the investment over the iPhone. I mean, granted, the 1-inch sensor and everything makes it different. Let's see here. It's really weird when you try to go out with the dial. Which way is out? All right, now I think we're going out now. I can't even tell if it's not doing it. Why is it not zooming? Silly thing. All right, so that's 200 millimeter into a tree. Wish that darn bird would have not flown away, but if any other birds maybe come out, I hear one chirping, so maybe we can find him and test it on him. But like I said, this camera, it's just too much to carry around as a constant. Now that's pretty far out there on the little slider, but it does not tell me my distance, my zoom distance in video. What are you doing down there, Miss Thing? That's barely even zoomed. Jeez. we might be maybe 150 right now on her. I mean, you can technically film yourself. I don't know how close this is. Because of the lens extension, my arm is all the way out right now. Now this has got a pretty decent size grip built into it. So you can technically hold it. It's very uncomfortable, not gonna lie. This is worse than holding an OM7P. Big time. So, and the stabilization is just, and you are really covered in lint. That could probably be part of my problem with some of these shots too. I have nothing with me to clean the lens, except, and now you're fogged up. And that did nothing to any of that lint on there. Boy, that lens is big in there. Wow, that thing is monstrous. I don't know how these people walk around with these big old monster systems. As a daily vlogger, forget this. No way. I mean, this would be great, but my arm is getting tired. Oh dear God, I wasn't even pulled back. You're probably looking at my teeth. Oh, that clip's not going to be in there. It'll be interesting to watch back and laugh. Oh, that wind. Jeez. Alright. There's birds chirping all up in these trees, but you think I can see a single bird? No, of course not. But, I can give you an idea of the wind. It's over 200 millimeters right there. Let's pull back. Try to look at the top of this lens. Getting there. Yeah, roughly right about there is 200 millimeter. As a big wind gust hits me in the face. Oh, that feels amazing. Yeah, she is probably close to 13 feet away right now. It's 200 millimeter. I'll pull back to 24 here. Yeah, she's pretty far away. So 200 does decent. I don't know. I didn't hear it because a car was going by. Okay, now I'm pulled back. So this is what it's like to vlog with this thing. I know it's not stable. My arm is all the way out, and it's probably bouncing you guys all over the place. So I was going to connect the iPhone on top of it so I could do it together at the same time. Problem is the mics don't have a way to tighten them down on the Rode adapter, and it can go either direction, so the thing just slides right through. Now it does click into the hot shoe mount on top of the camera pretty decent and locks in. It's not moving around, so it's got like prongs in there that keep it, so yeah, you get a little bit of force. Yeah, this is, I don't know. What are you thinking, princess? You gonna go down by the vet? You gonna go down by the vet? Okay, I have my audios. I have a -9 and a -4, and that got real close to peaking there. All right, let's bring it down to a -6 and see what happens. Priya. That seems a little better. Well, it's Sunday, so there's no one at the vet, and there's no one at Leisure, so we can go check out the little stream. She heard, let's go check out the vet. And trucking she's doing. Don't you truck crossing without me there, princess. And this will give you guys a really good idea why I don't like these type of digital cameras for doing vlogging. Because the stabilization, I mean, on screen it looks perfectly fine. But when it's in actual watching it, oh, it's going to be nauseating. All right, I found a little bit of a test subject. I'm going to kind of get in there a little ways. It's like a tower. How far out am I right now? Just under 200. That's 200 right there. There's that tower. Hopefully it's even clear. Now obviously this camera can go in way, way tighter. Being 600. We dove down. There is a bird back there. I think it's a hawk. I'm going to get pretty good at knowing when I'm at about 200. It's nowhere near. It's a little over. I don't know where he went though. Yeah, see, the other thing is the screen. Being able to see the screen and know you're actually aiming at what you're trying to shoot. That is very important. I don't know if there's any more brightness I can put on this thing. Whew, that wind. I don't like it. I don't like it, Priya. It's chilly. Chilly. Okay, so the outer ring, right now the front ring on this thing is set for focus. Don't want to touch that one. It's on continuous autofocus, so it should bring it back in. And then the back one's on zoom. I don't know that you can manually zoom in video, though. See, that's backing it up. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Now it's going out. All right, now we're going out. And we're zooming out. Where are we at? We're beyond 200. There's 200. Yeah. I have the zoom set at slow because it was jumping too fast. Now it takes forever to get back. Gee whiz. That's 200 right now. I'm a couple feet away from it. I don't even know if it's in focus, to be honest with you. Because this display sucks. Alright, we'll use the houses as a test subject. And we'll pull back. Say about there. It's 135. And I'd say right about there is probably about 120. So right there is about what the iPhone's going to give you without extra zoom. Meanwhile, when you go out to 600, which will take us a day and a half to get there, definitely not going to get that in a pocket size camera. Well, it technically can, the HX99. In fact, I'd get closer. Where am I at right now? 135-ish? 200. It's our apartment buildings. I don't know. If I had a bird to follow, it'd be nice. Now, I no longer have filters for this thing, and that's another issue with the RX 100 Mark 7 and the Mark 6, is the fact that they removed the internal ND, which I really don't understand how that works. It'd be lovely if someone could explain that to me. All right. Why is it pulling back? There we go. Don't mind me. I'll get a shot here in a second. I want to get to 200. Right there's on the line. Geez, that's actually almost too close to get that piece of wood in there. With the icicles. Looks cool. There's some more. Oh, try to slow down a little bit here. Not make anybody sick. That's the other thing. When you're zooming, you don't want to pan at any type of speed. Some icicles right there. Now versus having, 24 millimeter. Let's take forever and a day and pull back. So, yeah. It's decent, I guess. I mean, you can definitely get in there somewhere. Now this camera, you can get even closer. Yeah, right now I'm in video mode because that allows the shutter button to not automatically, but it allows the shutter button to start and stop the recording. There is a separate movie button, which would be an absolute nightmare to try to get to without just trying to spin the camera around while it's recording. It's still a little bit of a glitch because I have to like reach up and touch it because I'm not letting go of this thing. I'm death gripping it right now to try to vlog with this camera. But that'll give me some sample footage, at least to give me an idea of what 200 millimeters will look like. Obviously, the big adventures, this camera will come along as well. And honestly, maybe just need to take both cameras out if I were to decide to try it again. To compare the two of them side by side. The other issue I'm running into is this camera, there's a dial that allows you to adjust your shutter speed for the long exposure shots with the water and stuff. Like I said, I don't have a filter on this thing right now, so it kind of hurts being able to do that. You can put a filter on the Sonys, but you have to put like this little ring on there and then get a magnetic filter adapter and then get the filter. I had all that stuff on the other one at one time, but it was for a lens. And I still have that wide angle lens, I think. It's still in my stuff up there. I don't think I sold that with the camera. But anyway, all right, we're gonna get back in the house. It is brisk out here. Right now the wind's kind of settled down, but if I see a bird, I'll try to get him. I don't know how long that clip was, but my arm is so tired now. I'm just kind of curious, one hand in this thing, how well I can hold stabilization, how bad this is going to look. Because every time else I've tried this camera, it's just been... Okay, I want to use the stop sign as a subject here. And Priya is going home. She's like, I'm out of here, dude. Okay, I'm going to try to look over top of the camera. 135. It might be a little over 200. Oh, that's Priya. That's not the stop sign. There's the stop sign. I'm right about there. That's 200. Now, that should be roughly 120 right there. I realize, guys, that there is a lot of like motion and I'm losing the subject, but that's because I'm trying to look over top of the lens to see where it's marked on to see how close I am. So that should be 5 times, pretty close to the 5 times zoom on the iPhone right now. Versus, I'm probably going to lose her again, and she's going to move, so that's not going to help the situation at all. Alright. Versus that. Now she walked away a little bit, so it's probably not going to look as close as it could. That's 200 millimeters. And I'm going to say we're about 10 feet away. Alright, for everybody that's enjoying this video and watching me test this, I want a thumbs up for Priya for being my test subject since no damn birds decided to come out and fly for me today. Can we do that? Appreciate it. Yeah, sorry I'm talking away from the camera all the time, but it's just too much to hold it the other way. Unfortunately, because this thing is so big, to go back and forth with this and the iPhone is such a challenge. I basically need to set this down and then recreate the shot with the iPhone. And it's too damn cold out here to be pissing around any longer than we've been out here. That sun might be out, but it is not doing much for the way of temperature since it's like 30, at least it was. And there is a good 5-mile-an-hour wind blowing through my eardrums right now. So I'm probably gonna have an earache when we get back to the house. I hope I'm aiming at the plane. I'm above the tree there. Hopefully he's in the shot. Won't know until we get back home, but that's not very close. I'm gonna super zoom. I can't see the screen. There's nothing there for me. There's that tree. He's like right above it. Is that him right there? Did I briefly see him? There he is. Yeah, that's 600 millimeter. It is hard to hold steady. At least I know he's in my shot right now. That might be pretty getting close back to 2. Nope, it was 3. The other thing is the battery is dying very fast on this. Right there's 2. Alright, princess, you should be happy. You got to go sniff the vet. You got to go see the little brook. Yeah. Got to have the wind blow through your ears. I'd really rather have a hawk or a bird fly right now, but a bigger bird. The seagulls over at the river, that's where I was planning on taking them, but Mateo will not come out. Priya had her dinner. Well, her snack. Well, just got going through the footage. Yeah, it is a little bit shaky, and I'm not fixing that right now, mainly because I just want to give you an idea of what the RX 10 Mark IV shoots like. I don't know if it was a fair test or not, really, but nonetheless, it was a video, something different than, you know. But Priya was definitely my test subject. Mateo never did come to me, and he didn't even get a walk. He got taken outside just to go pee. That was just a little bit ago. It's 10:30. I need to get myself packed up here and get to bed. Unfortunately, I did have a problem with the MacBook where Final Cut just decided that it was going to give me the middle finger for a while. I had to literally restart the computer, force restart it, because it wouldn't even restart the computer. So, I think the memory card is slightly faster. Unfortunately, I've only filmed, I think, 3 total clips on this memory card so far. So it's really hard to tell. It does seem like the memory card, it is importing quicker than it was before, but the clips have also been short. Alright, I'm going to call it a night, and we'll catch you guys in the morning. So have a good night, and stay safe. Thanks for watching.